welcome back. I didn't think I'd be doing another testing video on this thing pretty much right away. So first I gotta put that cooling fan in because we killed it last time and I can't have this thing melting down. But I was really happy with the way everything worked last time. But I was looking through my data logs and it turns out I'm still not reaching rev limit. What's happening is I'm getting a flaky signal from my flex fuel sensor. So it's dropping from like 76% ethanol to 0. When it drops to 0, it basically pulls all the timing and boost out of the motor to try to save it. So it's basically just losing a ton of boost. So I've been looking through the data log, and what I'm going to do, so I'm going to take like the 80% marks and put them in 0, so when it drops out, it won't actually fall on its face. And I can do that because I never actually run ethanol free in this thing. Just straight pump 93 is still 10%. So that's going to fix that up. I want to add some more boost. And then the other really dumb thing I did, and I didn't notice this until I was editing the last video, I actually hooked the clutch up backwards. That slipper valve, I have the 2 lines backwards. So I'm going to pull that apart. I don't know if it matters, but I think I might get more adjustability out of it. So new fan, more boost, and a better slipper clutch. This thing should be even nastier, so we're going to fix that stuff really quick, and then we're going to go back out and do some more launches because I think this thing can be even better. I'm probably going to add more boost and more RPM too to try to get it to pull out a little harder. So yeah, I mean, what could go wrong? We have even less time and I'm going to go beat on it even harder, but it's got to happen. It's going to bug me if it's not right, so let's fix that stuff. All right, cooling fan is fixed. It actually wasn't bad. I had a bad ground basically right up at it. It melted my ground wire. So when I tested it, everything seemed like it was good. So that was an easy fix. Now I have a spare fan. So the next thing is, so this I mounted the clutch and I got this line and that line backwards. This one is supposed to go over there. So I got to flip these two off and then re-bleed it. And that might change how it acts. I don't know. I do know this solenoid here is directional. So we'll flip it around and see what it does. I think it's going to be kind of a pain to bleed like this, but we'll do that. And then this thing should be getting close to laying down some even better launches. All right, I got the clutch lines flipped around, and wow, does that make a huge difference? Before, like that valve all the way in, all the way out was like a little bit of a difference. Now, all the way in, the clutch won't even come back off the floor. And then all the way out is like normal. So now it's working great. This should give me a ton more adjustability. So that was my fault. I'm an idiot. Read the directions, somehow still got it backwards. So that's all fixed. I bled that, feels great. And now working on the tune. So I'll run through that, trying to fix that flex fuel issue. So basically the way I set this up is it runs like a pretty hot tune on E85. And then if it has 93, like if I'm out somewhere and I can't get E85 and I just need to get home, it really just kind of guts this thing down and makes it gutless just because I don't want to blow it up. So if we look here, this is my timing offset. So if I put 93 in, it's pulling like 4 degrees out. And also on boost, if I put 93 in, it's pulling out, or it's dome pressure, but 5 pounds of dome pressure, which is, I think I'm only commanding like 10 pounds right now. So really that cuts my boost in like half. So what I did, and you can see instead of this continuing all the way down at 0, because when the flex fuel airs out, it goes straight to 0. So right now I'm sitting here at like 75%. So I just basically made 0 the same. So I did that on all of these tables. So that's my boost. This is my timing. And then here's my fuel. So it'll basically keep the fuel in it. It'll keep the boost in it and keep the timing in it if it airs out. Because what I saw was it was just erroring straight to 0 for a split second. And what that was doing was just dumping all the boost and timing out, and it was falling on its face. And it didn't really have time to get back up. So I did that, and then also in here, I went in and, because I just can't leave this thing alone, I bumped it up to 3,500 RPM instead of 32. I've got 5 pounds on the dome, 3,500 RPM launch. This thing should be pretty nasty. And now that the cooling fan's fixed, we should be able to go rip it. So we'll have to redial in the clutch because, like I said, I had it backwards. So all of this, it should launch harder. Hopefully it doesn't break, but we're gonna have to test it all again. And I want this thing to be harder. And oh, we had the draggy on it. Last time we had a 286, 0 to 30, and then our last run was actually a 255 0 to 30. So we have a benchmark to see if we can make it faster. Let's go try it.
What happened?
Took one turn out, we'll see what it does. Because it didn't actually spin, it just slipped. That seemed like it left pretty hard.
Yeah, that seemed pretty dang good.
Like really, really pulled left. I don't know if that's just because the front's not locked, but it was like, I mean, it drove uphill.
Huh. Yeah, I thought you went left, like, compared to what you had been
trying
doing.
to turn left, it just drove left.
Huh. Wonder what that's about.
I don't know, that seemed pretty good. We'll try it again and see what it does.
Yeah. What happened?
It broke up on...
I heard it it broke up, taking off.
Yeah, I'll pull the data log and see. Like, it left really hard, and then it just seemed to break up. But, so the last one, I was like, yeah, screw it, let's throw it in third. And it just slipped the clutch. And then I thought, well, maybe it's too much slipper. So then on that very last one, I used no slipper. That clutch did not like that. So this thing will not launch in third with this clutch, apparently. It's, I don't know.
Well, good thing you got that slipper.
Well, I just mean it doesn't hook up hard enough, so I don't think this clutch will actually break anything. Open in the data log, trying to figure out why it broke up. Like, it leaves hard, and then it just, like, lays over up top. I don't know why. Well, I'm looking at the data log, and, it's making good boost. It looks like we're peaking out. Actually, oh, that's not what to click on. Spiked out to, 20 pounds at one point.
Dang.
Coming off the two-step at 6 pounds. Rolling out where I am running out of RPM at 4,800. It's making 16. The really embarrassing part is where it runs out of RPM. I'm just not floored.
Well, dang it, get that right foot to the wood.
I'm coming off the two-step at 100.
And then lifting?
So what time is this? This is 146 seconds. And then, yeah, so within a second, I'm down to 69%. I think it's actually launching me back hard enough that I'm not staying floored, because it's... And then, yeah, at one point, it's down at 40% throttle, so...
Well, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Don't be scared.
Does look like I tripped a boost safety. So
how did it make 20 pounds then?
Well, no, it hit 20 and that was where it tripped it.
Oh, okay.
So now, do I turn the dome pressure down, or do I turn the boost safety up? Added a little more boost in up top, moved the boost safety out, and I've tightened the clutch up a little bit just in case it's like slipping, but it should hit a little harder and I should have more boost up top. We'll see what happens. The cool thing is the intercooler's working flawlessly.
Hell yeah.
Like all those pulls, 150 degree air intake temps.
That's awesome.
And it's like 90 some degrees out here, so yeah, it doesn't go up at all. I was hitting 400 before, so that's awesome.
Damn. Yeah.
So, and I mean, we are slipping it, so. Because that last one was no slipper clutch.
Oh,
and
geez.
yeah, it didn't hook. So, I mean, that was a bunch of RPM and boost.
Well, hopefully the clutch is okay.
I mean, it holds, it just doesn't want to launch right now. So, I mean, it's a lot to ask of what we just did.
Yeah, it smells pretty hot.
I think that's just the engine.
Yeah, I just mean in general. I don't really
I mean,
smell
it's really
clutch,
not.
but
It's at like 180. It's, you know, with a cooling fan, it stays cool, so that's pretty nice.
that's nice at least.
Yeah, that's good. So I guess we'll just let it cool down a bit, and then we'll try it again. I think it's got more in it. I think it's just hot right now. All right, we just gave it like an hour to cool down. So I threw a fan underneath to try to pull some of the heat out of the clutch. And let's see if it holds. If not, I don't really know, but I think it's just hot. Let's let it cool. We let it cool, let's go run it.
That sounded a little spicy. I think I went deaf. Oh, crap. I think I'm deaf.
Yeah, it left on like 8.7 pounds.
Jeez.
But look, it spun. It was spinning them all the way out there.
Oh, I could see it. You were throwing dirt.
Yeah, clutch hooked up there. So why'd that leave on so much more boost?
I don't understand. What'd you do different?
I don't know, maybe I floored it harder. I'm having that problem today.
Well, you better keep it
But
floored.
That was it. That sucker pulled.
Right.
Like,
That was crazy.
yeah, she left. Gnarly.
I might have, like, I don't know, jumped a little bit.
You're saying
You're
that
probably going to
footage
see
is
it in the video.
It says 281, so it wasn't our fastest yet, but
281.
yeah, 2.81. I think it was our fastest of today. But she left.
Damn, that seemed like it should have been quicker.
She left hard. So that's the secret. If it's not spinning, add power.
I mean,
Add power.
makes sense.
I thought it was going through the clutch, but I think it's not enough to make the clutch hook up. Well, let me see if I can do that again.
Yeah.
That was pretty
Let
cool.
me go to the other side. Yeah, I felt like you were chasing me a little bit there.
Yeah, it's a little harder to drift in four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Wrong kind of bolts. Alright. You ready for this one?
I don't know, am I? That
I
makes,
was gonna slide up to you perfectly.
where are you?
I was gonna slide up to you perfectly, and you run to the wrong side of the truck.
I'm sorry.
It was gonna come in. It was gonna be the perfect drift. Clutch definitely got hot on the last one. That was 10.5 pounds, and it didn't really hook up till way out. So I know I'm gonna have to watch the heat in the clutch, but it seems like on a good clutch, it'll put down some power and dig. And it's only the launch, because look at this. Is the
Oh
front,
my God.
Is the front tire working?
Jeez, how did you get so much inside?
It comes up under the door.
Jeez,
So that's just the four-wheel drive donuts. Like, I mean, look at this.
that's crazy.
Look at this. I mean, look at these chunks. Like, giant. I don't know why I'm throwing it here. I should probably
I don't
throw it
know.
outside.
Doesn't seem like the smartest spot.
Yeah, the four-wheel drive works really, really well. Those four-wheel drive donuts like a monster.
Yeah, it does.
All right, I'm feeling much better about it now. I think we've got a lot more adjustability with that clutch installed correctly. We've kind of gotten rid of the dropouts on the flex fuel. And I think we've got a good base start for the ruckus, for the dirt drags. So, and we broke nothing. Didn't break anything. Hell yeah. You better subscribe because the next video of this thing, it's going to be sideways around a dirt track at the top of third gear, like full lock. It's so much fun. It's going to see a ton of that, and then it's going to see the dirt drags, and hopefully this thing does well. I mean, I think we're finally coming in somewhat prepared. So, might be boiling over. It was only 200. It wasn't that hot. Yeah, 216. I did like super top it off, but
Only a little bit.
yeah, it might just be, I think it's just coming out the overflow because I didn't really top it off earlier. But yeah, subscribe because we're going to go beat the crap out of this thing and it's going to be awesome. And it's running really well. And oil pressure actually doesn't seem that bad. So I added a little bit of oil to it. Yeah, I think it's ready to go.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.